scary thing about all of this is social media. Social media is really a problem right now in the United States and in the world. Because number one, everyone has to have an opinion. Everyone does. Everyone either thinks the world is ending or this is blown way out of proportion. There's really no median. There's no happy medium in this. Everyone either thinks the world is ending or this is completely overblown. And so it's leading to a lot of misconceptions, and it's just not good for society. It's raising stress levels. It's making things worse, honestly. And I find it so being a college student, we just came off of spring break at the beginning of March. A lot of other colleges are either, they would have been starting spring break now, or spring break is in the month of March for most universities, at least in Ohio, for as far as I know. And spring break's a week long. A lot of people go down to Florida or California, or maybe they go overseas, whatever it may be, but you go on vacation. Have fun with friends, whatever it is. I'm not like that. I'm not a homebody. I don't go anywhere. I stay home. I'm not into any of that stuff. But now that we're off school, we're going home for 2, 3 a month the rest of the semester, because some schools have switched to the online instructional format for the rest of the semester, all the way until May. People are thinking of this as spring break 2.0. So while we're off from school, this is essentially time for us to basically stay at home, stay in our hometowns, don't really branch out, don't go to large gatherings. You're essentially self-quarantining for anywhere from 2 weeks to a month. But instead, plane ticket prices are dropping rapidly, along with gas prices. Gas is at an unprecedented like 177, 180 roughly. I've never seen that in my lifetime. The lowest I've ever seen it prior to this epidemic was 195 not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. So gas prices are really low. Plane ticket prices are really low. And everyone thinks all of a sudden it's a great idea to just go out and travel. And that's exactly what health officials are trying to prevent. They don't want people going to all these large gatherings or anything like that, but people think it's spring break 2.0. People think it's a vacation, and I'm just going to take myself off to Florida, or I'm going to take myself to California, which, by the way, are 2 of the worst states in the country to go to. They have some of the worst cases of the coronavirus in the country. The worst might be in Washington State, just above California. It's exactly what World Health Organizations, or health organizations in general, are trying to prevent. But people think it's a vacation. People think now is the time to go to Florida or go to the beach. It's just, I don't get how people honestly believe that's a good idea. Meanwhile, you have classes online that you're supposed to be doing. I think there is when the World Health Organization labels this as a global pandemic, I think that literally can affect millions of people. I mean, this is projected. I've seen projections, and don't quote me on this. Once again, I'm not an expert, but I've seen projections where the coronavirus could infect, 100 or 200 million people in the United States. It's a lot. That's a lot. And the thing about it is, the more people who get sick, the less hospital beds there will be available, the less care you're going to get because there's so many people sick. the less health professionals we're going to have. And that's the thing too, is all these health professionals are going to be exposed to this virus. I mean, you can wear protection and hazmat suits, but if something goes wrong, they get infected too. I mean, before you know it, this could spiral out of control. And I know I'm approaching this from a worst case scenario standpoint, but I feel like in this situation you kind of have to. You really do. This is something that is affecting lives globally. And I mean, we've seen sports globally shut down for at least a month. At least. And I don't even think that's going to be the end of it. I really don't think so. And a lot of the leagues across the world believe it's going to be longer than a month. Health organizations believe it's going to be longer than a month. I mean, the best thing to do is to just not go anywhere. Just do what you're told to do. Do what you're advised to do. Wash your hands and just be safe. Don't be traveling to Florida or overseas or anything like that. Because you do that, you might not get to come back for a while. You might be there longer than you anticipated. And you might be confined to your hotel room or a hospital bed for a week.